Namaskar everyone. My name is Aradhna Joshi and I am science teacher in ITL Public School. Our today's topic is human eye and the colorful world for class 10. So today in this class we are going to talk about the structure of human eye and the function of its various parts. So let us begin. Let us begin with what is human eye. Human eye is a very sensitive and very important sense organ. It behaves like a camera which takes the images on the light sensitive screen, which is passed through the signals to the brain. Now, our human eye is approximately, or it is almost circular in shape, whose diameter is approximately 2.3 centimeter. It is approximately 2.3 centimeter. It is almost circular in shape. It has a bulged part in its front, and this bulged part acts as the window to the eye. Acts as a window to the eye means that the light enters to the eye from this part only, and this bulged part is known as cornea. This bulged part is known as cornea. Now, after this bulged part, we have structure like this, which is known as iris. Which is known as iris. What is iris? Iris contains colored pigments and it's almost circular. It has colored pigments that gives color to our eyes. We can see in our eyes that we have a circle in between which is colorful. Some has black color, some has brown color, and there are different colors also, grey and blue, which are very rarely found. Most of us are having either black or brown. So we have iris, and in between this circle we have a very small hole. This small hole is known as pupil. What is the function of iris? The function of iris is to control the amount of light entering inside the eye by adjusting the size of the pupil. Iris क्या करेगा? लाइट की इंटेंसिटी के अकॉर्डिंग प्यूपिल के साइज को ये एडजस्ट कर देता है. You all must have seen that in case if the light is very bright, or in case if suppose you are sitting in a room which is very dark and suddenly you come out to the light, you will find that your eyes want to close. That means the iris is trying to reduce the size of the pupil. And in case if the light is dim, the intensity of the light is dim, then the iris increases the size of the pupil so that more and more light can enter. So according to the intensity of light, iris has the capability to adjust the size of the pupil so that it may control the amount of light which is entering inside the eye. After this, we have a double convex lens. Double convex lens. Double convex lens, we all know that in our previous chapter we have done that the convex lens always form the real image. So that's why we need real image only, because we have to take the image on screen and only real images can be taken on screen. So in human eye we have convex lens. Now this convex lens is placed, or it is holded by some flexible muscles which are known as ciliary muscles. They are held at place by this is our lens, and these are kept at the place by, these are held by a flexible muscles which are known as ciliary muscles. These ciliary muscles are flexible. And what is the function of these ciliary muscles? These ciliary muscles have the capability to adjust the focal length of the lens. This is very important part of human eye. You know what? Suppose if you are having some problem in your eye, suppose, or you must, if you are not having, then you must have seen your grandparents or your parents wearing spectacles. And in case after some time, after few years, you can say after 1 year or 2 years, you must have found that they say that my number has changed, now I have to change my specs. What is the reason behind that? Because whatever specs the person is wearing, the lens does not has the capability to change its focal length. In our previous chapter, we have done what is the importance of focal length. Actually, the power of lens depends upon its focal length. So, in case if the focal length of a lens can be changed, it means its power can be changed. And if the focal length of lens cannot be changed, it means its power can also not be changed. So the lens, the specs that we people usually wear, they do not have the ability to change its focal length. हमने जिस फोकल लेंथ का लेंस लगा लिया एक बार, वो उतने ही फोकल लेंथ का रहेगा. अगर हमारी आईज में और प्रॉब्लम बढ़ती गई तो उसका अगर उसको दूसरी तरीके के पावर के लेंस की जरूरत है, then we need another lens. That lens cannot be adjusted, but the nature has given us the lens that has ability to change its focal length. You can see that we can see the nearby objects by the same eye and the far away objects also by the same eye. We do not need different eyes to see objects placed at various distances. So the nature has given a wonderful gift of eye in which we have a lens which has ability to adjust its focal length. Otherwise क्या होता, पास की चीज देखने के लिए हमें दूसरी आंखों का यूज करना पड़ता, दूर की चीज देखने के लिए हमें दूसरी आंखों का यूज करना पड़ता. As you must have seen your grandparents wearing specs for nearby objects, they want some other, or they are using other. Nowadays we are having both the lenses in one specs also, but previously it was not there. So the people have two specs. They used to carry two specs, one for nearby objects and one for far away objects. But for natural eye, we do not need two eyes because the ciliary muscles have the ability to adjust the focal length of the lens. How it works? Actually, it squeezes or expands the lens. The lens normally हमारा लेंस ऐसे है, सपोज ऐसे है हमारा नॉर्मली लेंस, तो इसकी जो फोकल लेंथ है, मतलब इस समय ये रिलैक्स्ड है, सीलियरी मसल्स हमारी रिलैक्स्ड है, तो उस समय ये अपने नॉर्मल साइज में है और ये आराम से दूर की चीजें देखेगा. सपोज वी नीड टू सी द नियर बाय ऑब्जेक्ट्स. To see the nearby objects, our eyes need to focus nearby. That means we need to adjust its focal length to a nearby place. So for that, the ciliary muscles squeezes the lens. And suppose the lens is squeezed, यानी कि ये और छोटा हो जाएगा, इसका जो कर्वेचर है वो छोटा हो जाएगा, तो इसका फोकल लेंथ भी छोटा हो जाएगा. फोकल लेंथ छोटा होने का मतलब the power will increase. That we know that the focal power is the reciprocal of the focal length. So by squeezing the lens, the ciliary muscle has the ability to reduce the focal length of the lens. And if the focal length is reduced, then its power will be increased. You must have seen some people who are having problem in looking the nearby objects, in reading the books, or so anything for that you need to look the nearby objects. You must have seen people squeezing their eyes, ऐसे करके देखने की कोशिश करते हैं. What is the reason behind that? Because by doing this, they want to squeeze their lens so that its focal length may be decreased and the power may increase. So in order to see the nearby objects, the ciliary muscles decreases the focal length of the lens and hence increases its power. So ciliary muscles actually are tensed when we are busy in watching or looking to the nearby objects. So the ciliary muscles play a very important role. So now we have seen, because of ciliary muscles, our lens, our eye is ability to adjust the focal length of the given lens. So this ability of human eye is known as power of accommodation. This ability of human eye is known as power of accommodation. That means its ability. This is very important topic. What do you mean by power of accommodation? The ability of the human eye to adjust the focal length of the lens by using the ciliary muscles is considered as the power of accommodation. Now, in order for the power of accommodation, definitely I have talked about that the lens has the ability, the ciliary muscles are working to change the focal, to adjust the focal length of the lens for different situations, but it also has some limitations. एक इसकी लिमिटेशन है, ऐसा नहीं है कि हम इसकी पावर इन्फिनिटी भी कर सकते हैं, यानी हम इसकी पावर इन्फिनिटी कब होगी, जब इसकी फोकल लेंथ क्या हो जाए, 0 हो जाए, क्योंकि वो उसका रेसिप्रोकल होता है. तो फोकल लेंथ हम इसके 0 नहीं कर सकते. इसकी फोकल लेंथ जो है हम मिनिमम सबसे कम 25 सेंटीमीटर कर सकते हैं. यानी कि आप लोग कभी भी देखिएगा कोई भी चीज, अगर आप अपनी बुक ले ले, अपनी आंखों के बिल्कुल यहाँ पास में लगा ले, यू वोंट बी एबल टू सी अ क्लियर इमेज. अपना हाथ ही रख लो, आपको आपके हाथ की भी इमेज ब्लर्ड दिखेगी. ऐसा नहीं हाथ दिखेगा ही नहीं, बट इट विल बी ब्लर्ड. आप बुक भी बिल्कुल यहाँ आंखों के पास लाके नहीं पढ़ सकते. यू नीड टू कीप इट एट अ प्रॉपर डिस्टेंस. You must have heard from your grandparents or from your parents also that keep the book at a proper distance from your eyes. Proper distance पे क्यों रखने को कहते हैं? So that your ciliary muscles may not do extra work to adjust the focal length. Otherwise उनको ज्यादा focal length को adjust करना पड़ेगा और वो जल्दी ही खराब होंगे. ऐसा क्यों होता है? अगर आप एक रबर बैंड ले लो, आप उसको स्ट्रेच करते जाओ, थोड़ी देर में उसकी फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी थोड़े दिनों में खत्म हो जाती है. द सेम इज विद ciliary muscles. अगर आप उसके ऊपर ज्यादा प्रेशर डालोगे, इट्स फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी विल बी रिमूव आफ्टर फ्यू इयर्स. तो ऐसा अगर हो गया तो फिर आपको स्पेक्स का यूज करना पड़ेगा. So that's why your parents and your elders are always advising you to keep the books at a proper distance so that your ciliary muscles may not do extra efforts. जितने पास लाओगे आपके मसल्स को उतना टेंस होना पड़ेगा, उतनी ही उसको प्रॉब्लम होगी. Now power of accommodation के लिए मैंने बताया that minimum to minimum it can reduce its focal length to 25 centimeters. So it is known as the near point of the eye. Near point is 25 centimeter. That means we can see the object clearly if the object is placed at a distance of 25 centimeter from the eye. अगर ये आंख है, इससे 25 सेंटीमीटर सपोज ये है, यहाँ रखे हुए ऑब्जेक्ट को हम क्लियरली देखेंगे, इसके दूर रखे हुए ऑब्जेक्ट्स को भी क्लियरली देखेंगे, पर 25 सेंटीमीटर से कम डिस्टेंस पे रखे हुए ऑब्जेक्ट्स को वी कैन नॉट सी क्लियरली. इट इज ब्लर्ड. I don't remember, but somewhere I have read that for young children, that means when the children are born. So at that time their near point is less than 25 centimeter. But I am not very sure क्योंकि मैंने कहीं पढ़ा था, मुझे ये भी नहीं याद है कहाँ. इसमें मैंने पढ़ा था कि कहीं